thanks to the help of Taylor at Axis Vehicles, it's done.
Yeah, man, finally. Yeah, we're gonna do a little walk around for you. So we put a couple new side doors on. These doors originally didn't have any windows, so we sourced some decent condition junkyard parts. Swap those out so that way you don't cut people off pulling out into traffic. This here is called a door galley, and when you're not on a perfectly flat spot, this door likes to continue to close on you. And so this little hook just goes right back here, and that way it holds it nice and tight. The wind won't blow it closed or anything.
That's genius. It's so easy.
Yeah, it makes
Just flip it up.
Yeah. And then this is our door galley box. And so most people use this primarily for cooking and snacks and things like that. The majority of our customers, you guys included, cook on the outside as much as they can, unless it's, you know, super gnarly out, and then they'll hop inside and cook inside. But this way, all the smell goes away. If you guys ever add an awning, you've got good coverage for crummy weather and things like that, getting out of the sun. But this is all aluminum. Our little logo engraved there for some cool factor, and then all bamboo, and then just like everything else in the van for wood, it's bamboo coated in Rubio monocoat, which is like a super durable finish.
Yes,
Zero VOC, nice. So it doesn't off gas, and then all stainless steel hardware.
Sweet.
Moving inside, we've got van made gear insulated window covers all the way around, so you can have full blackout, which is really nice. Some of the window covers will come off, and some, like these here, will actually roll up and be magnetic, but they're also removable. If you get tired, or if you're mobbing, I don't know how he drives, if you're mobbing down huge whoops in Baja or something like that, and everything's like shaking around, you can pull them off and throw them up. And this is where our lagoon table stows. And so we gave you 2 mounts for the lagoon table. You can do one here, which is probably the most common one, and then we have one back there as well. So you got the blinds that go from the bottom, then you kind of do a little split. Then you have your window.
It opens.
Yep, a nice awning window. Grab that last one and push it all the way open.
Wow.
Yep. These windows are acrylic. So 2 issues with acrylic. You want to make sure you only use soap and water and a non-abrasive towel to wash it.
Okay.
Don't use any like heavy detergents.
Okay.
And then beware that if you're driving down the road or like a forest road and branches or heavy branches are hitting it, it'll scratch.
Okay.
Besides that, they're super well insulated. Yeah. Here you can lock this whole cabinet nice and tight. So as far as having issues with theft, if someone does break in, at least put your valuables in here, because it's going to be they're going to have to bring some saws in to be able to get to all this stuff. So full extension, soft close. We use these not only because of their security, and they'll be anti-rattle when they're actually closed because they're compression latches, but when you're camping, you can just leave them open. So then you have a handle. But for us, most importantly, we can look back here and be like, oh, are all the drawers closed? So when you take a turn, everything doesn't go flying out. Ask me how many times I've done that before.
Yeah.
So that's actually kind of a nice thing when you're camping, just to leave them open. And then a full extension drawer here. Again, for your house batteries, there's 3 ways to charge it. It's charging right now off solar. It'll charge by your alternator while you're driving, and then when you're plugged into shore power. So normal 110 volt shore power. All right, so hot water system. So Geyser is a company that made this really cool hot water system that is portable. And one thing we really try to steer people away from is having like a full permanent hot water system in their vehicle. Because no matter what, you're gonna forget and it's gonna freeze in November and you're gonna destroy your whole water system. And possibly all your electronics if there's anything near it. And then it's gonna be a really big repair and a bunch of time and a bunch of money. And so with that in mind, we use this Geyser water system, which is a small heatable unit with a pump. And so we integrated it into the van battery electrical system. We put it all on a switch right here. So now it's on. And then right here, you have a couple toggle switches. So right now it's in pump mode. And if you want it heated, you turn it to that. It'll heat the water to over 100 degrees. You'll then attach this here, attach this sponge to here, and then you have hot water flowing for all your dishes.
Wow.
And then you can have multiple sponges if you want to use it for a shower. And so the best part about this is that this saves a ton of water. And so you can do full showers, all your dishes for like under a gallon of water, where a normal shower takes like 5 gallons of water. So it's really good for off-grid because you can really save all that water. If you need to refill it, you just unhook it here, pull this part out. There's a little attachment point right here for the cable. Unscrew it.
And then just fill it with.
Yep, fill it up with water.
Oh.
Yeah. You've got your regular pump right here. That one's out of water, so we'll switch tanks.
Nice.
Fill that up. You got a nice little hot water.
That's sick.
Sweet.
And so if, or should I say when, you forget to winterize, we designed this water system so when things break, they're really easy to fix. You can get most of these parts at any like Home Depot or Ace Hardware or any kind of like hardware store, home improvement store. And if this freezes, it'll still work. It's just not gonna have that nice stream.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is pretty much the water system for hot water. So I'll just press this top right button here and you're gonna get a quick readout of what's happening with the entire system. Where it says calculating right now, we just did our full drain down, emptied all the batteries, and then start it back up to make sure everything fires back on for you guys. And so in about a day or two, this will tell you the percentage of battery life that you have left, as well as how many days. So I'll have a full calculation for you. So you can just press this button and be like, oh, we have 3 days left at current use. That makes sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And so right here you have the vehicle, the sun, and the outlet. The vehicle is going to be the alternator, the sun is going to be solar, and the outlet's going to be shore power. And so that'll tell you what is charging. You don't have to worry too much about the numbers unless you really want to get super dorky on it. But those are some really good ways of just trying to see what is working. This one right here says inverter. The inverter is taking your DC battery power and turning it into AC. So while you're on the road, you can plug in here all your computers for Will's, you know, curling irons, all that high power stuff. Down here, this one right here, that is just for shore power. So whenever the van is plugged into AC, you don't have to run the inverter.
Okay.
So you can see that we have power right here.
Yep.
The inverter is on.
Yep.
Shut that off.
Oh, the light's off.
Right.
And then the light's on there because
Right.
we're plugged in the shore power.
Bam!
Wow.
You want a job?
Look at that.
You're gonna have to pay attention to this one. This one's
Yeah.
tough. All right. So you press this button here, the universal button for on and off, and the screen goes on. Heater stopped. It means it's not going. Press up or down to set your temperature. Heater enabled. Now your heater's working.
Nice.
Enjoy your heat. The duct is right here. It's adjustable
Okay, cool.
and high enough off the ground that when you put your skis here, it doesn't melt your wax.
Nice.
Good design.
NRS straps, tie everything down. Into here.
Nice.
Yep. And so it might be a little tight for Mr. Phelps under here, but considering I'm 5'8", I
Yeah.
got plenty of room.
And you could store stuff up there too, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yep. And if you see those little screw toggles right here, all these front panels have these screw
Oh, I see.
attachments as well.
Nice.
So when you're driving, you're going to want to make sure those
Screw
are,
'em down.
yeah, because if
Yeah.
not, they're going to.
fly forward.
And then what I like is that if Phillips, you can fit under here, or maybe that's your seat.
Yeah.
You can leave this in bed mode down here, and then for additional storage, you have all this up top,
Yeah.
which is awesome. Even if you guys aren't sleeping people up there, get rid of these.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you just have a ton of storage space.
Yeah.
So if you have a bunch of extra camera bags or skis or whatever, you can put it up there and strap it down. And then as far as the bed goes, this has 3 lap belts as well that are tucked behind the back. So if you have multiple passengers, you need to strap in, you're good there. These pop up. And then this just folds down.
Nice.
There you go. Check that out.
Pretty cozy. Nice.
Which bed are we gonna sleep in?
This one.
Smart.
It's cushier.
Toggles on the bottom. All the cushions have this like waterproof membrane underneath, so if you want to like use one outside,
Oh,
you
cool.
can like totally lounge out outside. So this can all be removed. If you see, we mounted the seat on L-track.
Okay.
So if you want to remove the seat as well, it's pretty easy.
Nice.
It's just 4 bolts inside those seat legs,
Sick.
and then the whole seat can come out. And so if you have like a heavy gear
Something. Yeah.
event,
Yeah, that might happen.
that'd be the name of my punk van.
Heavy gear.
Heavy gear event.
Heavy gear event. You can move everything out and still have like a pretty full-size van to be able to move stuff or whatever. Or if you really like, if you're loading bikes up in here and you don't want everything hanging off outside, you can still sleep up top and have like a garage.
Yeah.
Which isn't ideal. It's tight up there, but it's sleepable.
It's an
Yeah,
option.
yeah.
Yeah.
For certain trips, it might be the move.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Depends on what
Yep.
gear we have and such.
Yep. And then for the electrical, you can peek in there. It's pretty stuffed full of power.
Power.
Battleborn.
Power up.
How do you feel about it, Erica?
It doesn't really feel like it's ours yet. It's like a shiny toy. But
Not for long.
not for long. Just gotta get all our shit in here, and it'll feel just like home.